Hi, Dr. Paul Haider, Master Herbalist and Spiritual Teacher here. Well, what do you think this is? It's a plant that has little purple pinkish flowers there, and it has a bittery, pungent kind of flavor to it. And this is um, Punarnava, and also called spreading hogweed in the United States and a lot of different places too. And it's all over the world. You can find it in Asia and Africa, India and China, Caribbean here, North America, all over the United States, Pacific Islands, South America, and it has a lots and lots of health benefits, and it's probably growing in your backyard. Like I said, it's called Punarnava, and the Latin name was Boschava diffusa. And other common names are hogweed, red hogweed, horse purslane, pigweed, red spiderling, and tarvine. All kinds of different common names. You could probably have 1,000 different common names. It's the juice is kind of bitter, pungent kind of flavor, and it's been used successfully for thousands of years. And they use the stems, the roots, and the leaves, and the seeds, and the flowers. Everything is used. And in some places, like in India, they actually cook the roots and they eat them also. And it's a very good vegetable. Also, it's used for thousands of years, like I said, for in Ayurvedic medicine and especially for helping with the kidneys. It's a great agent for healing kidney disease and inflammation. And it's a very good, a potent diuretic, and helps to get rid of ascites and edema and helps the flow of urine in the body throughout of the body, so you get rid of that buildup of water. It helps with urine protein. If you have kidney disease and you have high urine protein, this can help to lower also creatinine levels and high urine protein and albumin and bring it all down. And so that's a very good thing. It's very hard to find anything that'll do that. And study shows that with 1 month of treating with this wonderful herb, you can actually improve kidney function and lower urine protein pretty much to normal levels. So I think that's a great thing. And used in India for treating and people who are suffering from all kinds of terrible kidney disease. And it works well for liver problems. If you have jaundice and hepatitis and ascites and a toxic, sluggish liver, and it also helps with anemia also. So if you have a liver problem going on, this protects the liver and helps to detox the liver at the same time. It also helps with heart failure. And it helps with the congestive heart failure and the edema associated, especially the edema associated with the congestive heart failure, the buildup of backing up of fluids, and you end up with edema. And great for detoxing the liver, as I said, and powerful immune booster in general, and helps to increase circulation in the body, and helps to detox the liver other than some other herbs like dandelion. This is one of those that's right up there with it too. It's a good adaptogen. And now there's not a lot of adaptogens out there that are good for the body in general and helps with stress in general too. This is very relaxing stuff. So if you want something that's relaxing, yeah, this is one. It's very powerful though. You should only use it for about 7 to 10 days. And study shows that when we give the extract of the root to people, they tolerated stress better. So very good. It's also good for the eyes, and a lot of people take the juice and put it in the eyes for conjunctiva problems, as far as conjunctivis, inflammation of the conjunctiva, and also works wonder for night blindness too, blindness also. So, and it's like a sleeping pill. Let me tell you, if you take this like a powder form, a little bit of it at night, or take the juice, maybe 50 to 100 mils, you'll fall into a deep sleep. Absolutely, positively. It is like a sleeping pill. Like I said, it helps with edema and ascites and all that bodily fluid building up in your body, and if you really need to get rid of it, this is a great way to do it. And taking a quarter teaspoon of the powder or mixing a half cup of the plain of that, taking that quarter teaspoon of powder, mixing it with a little bit of ginger tea and drinking that 3 times a day helps with ascites in general. So really a good thing. Also, it's a good expectorant and helps with coughs and colds. And you combine this with ginger juice and black pepper, and it really does a great job for congestion and that type of thing. Heals gout because it's a great diuretic. It helps to move uric acid out of the body and secrete it through the kidneys, so you get rid of all that uric acid so the gout disappears. Really good. Helps with pain also, and studies show that it has an impact on our opioid system. I'll say that again. Opioid system in our brain. You know, we have receptors for opioids, and this happens to connect to those areas and stops pain naturally without having any big, terrible drug that we have to use. It's a powerful anti-inflammatory, and it also inhibits the SPLA2 and COX-1 activity. So it's amazing for inflammation. Also, its antiviral abilities is pretty amazing too, and it shows that you can resist infections, especially viral infections, if you're taking the wonderful hogweed. So another great thing. Arthritis, those people who are suffering from arthritis, maybe you're suffering from arthritis, you have the aches and pains and the swelling and all that type of thing. There's a lot of studies showing that you can just take it internally, or you can make a paste out of it and put it over the area, with a little water with a powder, and that'll really help also, and goes into the area also. Contains a huge amount of antioxidants, and I think that's really what it really works with. It has a lot of uracilic acid and lignans and a whole bunch of glucosides and tannins that help to really, boost up the body. It helps with irritable bowel syndrome also. If you have irritable bowel syndrome, it helps with soothing and calming the bowels, and also helps with inflammation in general. So that's another great thing. Also full of antioxidants, as I said, anti-hepatic and carotidogenic agents and cholinergic agents and all kinds of great things. Also, it's a strong, I said, antioxidant activity in the roots of this plant. So if you dig up the roots, it's really powerful. Good for the liver. It stimulates bile secretion and on a regular basis, and the healthy function of the liver in general. And it really does a great job for their hepatitis, jaundice, iron deficiency like anemia, anorexia, the sluggish liver. If you don't feel like eating, this will help you also because it kind of stimulates everything. It's great for fungal infections. If you have a fungal infection on your skin, maybe your toes, maybe your arm or something, it really does get rid of the redness, the fissures, and the scaling and the blisters. So you can take that, paste and also put it on the skin also in certain areas where you have a fungal infection. Great for diabetes. It lowers glucose and it helps with suffering, those people suffering from diabetes, and it also can lower fevers in general. Studies show that it outperform many of the anti-diabetic drugs or work just the same as the anti-diabetic drugs. So it's really good. I had a lady day before yesterday was on my diet. If you go to paulhaider.com and up in the right-hand corner, you'll see my diet. And she's only been on my diet for a few days, and actually 1 week, and she no longer has to take any of her 5 medications for diabetes. Wow. Amazing. That's my anti-inflammatory diet. And if you want to get rid of your diabetes and calm down your system, you want to get on my diet. There's no doubt about it. This wonderful herb also helps with urinary tract infections. It helps with the spasms, and it's a great antimicrobial agent. And it helps with inflammation and clears infections within no time. So that's another great thing about it. And also it's an antibacterial agent too. So if you have an infection, this wonderful weed will do a great job. It's really amazing. It is free. You can dig it up in your yard. Also, it does a great job for boosting up our immune system, so they have more T cells and going around killing agents, bacteria that come in. Studies show it's super for stress, lowering, and also lowers glucose and triglycerides too. The study shows a dose-dependent relationship to boosting up antibodies in the body. So if you take a little bit, you get more antibodies. To take a little bit more, you get more antibodies. So that's really interesting too. It fights cancer. I mean, it's really good because it has all these immune stimulators in it, because it helps with metastatic cancer in a great way. It contains a lot of iron. If you're one of these people who has a terrible anemia, you want to start drinking this on a regular basis for about no more than about 7 to 10 days. It's a powerful medicine, my friend. So it should be used in moderation and venerated as something really good, and it will do your body good too. Also opens up the lungs. It's great for respiratory problems. If you have bronchial asthma or you have bronchitis, this really helps to open up the lungs. Also gets rid of the mucus in the bronchial passages, so that's another great thing too. It's a powerful diuretic, as I said before, and helps you to lose weight. Maybe you have that PMS and you're all bloated up, and maybe you need detoxing at the same time. A little bit of, hogweed does a great job for that. Also, it's a good laxative. You use higher doses, it will, move your world. Absolutely, positively. And a powerful anti-inflammatory, as I said before, and for skin wounds also, and any kind of condition or rash or cut or anything like that also. Helps with convulsions in higher doses also, and problems with the nervous system. So that's another big thing too. The dose is not to be used more than 7 to 10 days. This is a powerful agent, and if you take and make juice from it, put it through a juicer, that type of thing, crush it up and drink the juice, 5 to 10 mils daily. Not very much, 5 to 10 mils. And the powder, you can use from 1 to 3 grams. It's 1,000 milligrams to 3,000 milligrams daily. I would say as a lower dose, and find out where you're at with it, and see how it reacts with your body. Is not for long-term use. It does increase blood pressure over the long-term period, so keep it as a short-term thing. And it's not for those who have allergies, because it will cause, allergies in some of those people who happen to be, triggered by certain particular things. It's a weed. And it's a laxative, like I said, in larger doses, but it's not for those who are pregnant, nursing, or small children. And it does an amazing job of healing all kinds of problems. And you probably have a lot of wonderful herbs that you don't even know about growing in your backyard. I have tawa growing as a weed. I have, hogweed growing there. I have all kinds of different herbs. You just have to look around and see what you have, and, and God will provide. There's no doubt about it. So think about that. And there's also, I think it's a snap plant. I think it's an app that you can use, and it will actually tell you what the plant is. You take a picture, and they also have a botanist too, so you can send the picture to them if it doesn't automatically tell you what it is. I think it's snap plant. I think that's the name of it. I can't remember it right off the top of my head. If you email me at drpaulhaider@gmail.com, I'll be happy to get that to you. Also, my phone number is 831-869-9119, 831-869-9119, and all my consultations are no charge. We'd love to have you make a donation. If you go to paulhaider.com, that's www.paulhaider.com, and up in the right-hand corner, you'll see a place also for donations. And my diet is also there. That's the most important thing. You really need to go on my diet. I just had a man this morning. He had 3 heart attacks already. And I said, well, we got to stop this cycle. We got to go on my diet, and So we got to get him going on this so we can open up those arteries and the coronary arteries, and he can be free and happy and live a long life. We got to stop the cycle. There's no doubt about it. And food is the real way to heal all of that. And so we got to move on that as much as possible. Also, I have my Skype address is Dr. Paul Haider. You can send me an invite. I talk to people on Skype all the time. And I talk to people all over the world. You can WhatsApp me also, and I'll get back to you. And you can text me with my phone number, all kinds of different ways. And also my Paul Haider, Dr. Paul Haider page on Facebook, Dr. Paulhaider page on Facebook. You can become a friend of mine and message me up on my page there, and I'll talk to you. Oh boy, I've talked to a bunch of people this morning already, and I'll be able to help you in some way, shape, or form. So feel free to contact me. Please subscribe. We're trying to reach 100,000 people this year, and please make a donation. I greatly appreciated that. It keeps my work going and keeps my research going and allows me to help as many of you as possible in a great ways. And also watch the little videos of the ads there by AdSense, and that brings a couple cents in our direction. So have a wonderful day. But the most important thing of all is to remember, use Punarnava and also Hogweed. But beyond that, I love you.